Atul Kumar from PNB Bank is joining us. He's the MD and CEO there, Atul Kumar Goel, that is. Hi, sir. Good to be speaking with you. Thanks so much for making time and speaking with us. Well, first thing I wanted to, begin by discussing the growth in assets that we have seen, because advances I see has grown 12%, and within that, MSME and corporates grew in single digit on a YY basis. Is it a conscious decision that you're slowing down your corporate and MSME book a bit, or are you anticipating some stress there?
Focus area of the Punjab National Bank is concerned. Last time also told, this time also reiterating, that is the RAM, retail, agri as the MSME. As on date, if you see the percentage of the RAM to the total credit is around 55.46, which has improved from the last quarter of the 55.16%. Then we want to increase this number to 60% in times to come in the 2 to 3 years, and for this current financial year we are thinking around to 56%. So this is the reason for the focus area for the Punjab National Bank. But we are the largest bank of the country, and we are also involved in the corporate financing also. Even as on date, around 1 trillion loan is under various stage of the discussion, disbursement, sanction, etc. also. And then there is a good demand from the 3-4 sector from the corporate side. That is a cement, that is a steel industry, and there is a very good demand in the road. So nothing mean ki although we are giving the focus on the RAM, but we are also in the other area of the financing also.
Right. So just wanted to understand, in terms of advances, do you think that they can reach the annual guidance? Because your quarterly growth tells a very different story despite having a tough first quarter.
As far as our guidance for the credit is concerned, we have given the guidance 11 to 12%. Although we have achieved 12.20% in the first quarter, but we will maintain our guidance which we have given earlier also.
Right. So on the deposit side, the first quarterly numbers are usually weak. Your CASA percentage is now 40%. You've guided this to be around 42. What's your strategies to support this kind of growth?
As far as CASA is concerned, no doubt it is 40%, but we have set a target of the 42%. And we have changed our customer acquisition. Then we are providing good customer service, and we are targeting the corporate customer salary account. We are targeting the state government SNA account, and also the defense sectors also. And one more thing also, we have provided tab to all the branches. All 10,000 branches have been provided tab. So customer acquisition for the saving account, which earlier we were taking the more time, now very same day we are opening the account. So this is definitely giving the yield to the bank. One more thing I would like to tell, last year we have opened more than 1 crore saving bank account. And the first quarter of the current financial year, we have opened more than 27 lakh account. So money will flow in this account also. And in addition to that, current account also. Last year we have opened 2.68 lakhs. In the current quarter of the current financial year, more than around 50,000 account we have opened. So this will definitely help to increase the CASA percentage.
So there's a definite roadmap for CASA to be 42%, but I wanted to shift focus and talk about slippages and recovery. Now, slippages, of course, came down quite meaningfully, but recoveries came down too. Was it just a 1 quarter impact, and you expect recoveries to pick up from here on?
We are fully confident for achieving the target of around 18,000 crore rupees we have targeted. If you see the last 2 years also, 21-22, we have recovered around 29,000 crore rupees. 23-24 we have achieved around more than 22,000 crore rupees. So this is a very reasonable target. Although first quarter, on account of this election duty of the employee of our various branches and the transfer posting, this was the reason. And we are hopeful whatever the gap in the first quarter, we will make up the gap in the current quarter itself. And this 18,000 crore number which we have targeted, we are fully confident we will achieve this number.
Okay, point taken. So that's about the recoveries, and you're quite confident about that. But you've also scaled down your credit costs as well as GNPA guidance as well. What gives you the confidence there?
There is 2 3 factor for revising these guidelines. First, we have given the guidance ki our gross NPA will be 5% by the March 25. Since we have already achieved 4.98% in the first quarter itself, so we are revising this guidance less than 4% by the end of the March 25. Reason behind it for this revising in the guidance, because if you see every quarter recovery is around double of the slippage also. Last year also, if you see, it was more than 2.5 times of the slippage. And first quarter itself, our slippage was the 1750, which was the least in the last 12 quarters, and recovery was more than 3200. So this is the one of the reason for revising this. As far as credit cost is concerned, our PCR is already around 96%. 96%, so there will be a very less requirement for the aging requirement. And if you see the first quarter, the credit cost was only 0.33%, and we have given the guidance that our credit cost will be the 1% for the current financial year, and we are revising it for the 0.50%, because there will not be much requirement for the aging. And as I told you, recovery is the double of the slippage. Even I am seeing the scenario, there should be a reversal of the credit cost also. But whatever the guidance I am giving 0.50%, it is on very conservative side.
Okay, and with regards to the draft circular presented by the RBI, what's your opinion? Have you got a chance to evaluate the kind of impact that would have on your bank?
We have made the calculation also. If you see, the current LCR is 125%. Whatever the revised guidelines for increase the runoff rate for the depositor using the mobile and the internet banking, we are having the around 1 trillion depositor out of the total 14 trillion deposit base, and we have around 10% basis. 10% will be the dip, which will be around 115%.
Right, and do you see any incremental stress when it comes to MSME? Because we've been hearing some of this from your peers.
I think we are not seeing very high slippage in the MSME. I will give two data, bank as a whole and as well as for the MSME sector. Ki how we have done for the improve the underwriting standard, what step bank has taken for the collection efficiency. This data we are monitoring every month. So I will give you the data from the 1st of the July 22, 30th June 2024. So it is a 4-year data, 48-month data it is having. So around more than 8.32 trillion we have sanctioned bank as a whole in the last 4 years, out of which more than 7.49 trillion we have disbursed, and outstanding in this account is around 6 trillion. And if we see the delinquency, the NPA in this account is hardly 2276, which is coming around 0.30% of the total new underwriting of the last 4 years. Isme I will give you the segment wise also. The 0.27 in the retail and 0.52 in the agriculture. The MSME, which is your specific question, in last 4 years we have sanctioned around 90,000 crore rupees, out of which we have disbursed 83,000 crore rupees, and outstanding of the MSME new underwriting is the 57,000. Out of this, the NPA is only 1,280, which is coming around 1.54%. So, in my opinion, 1.5% is a reasonable number as far as the MSME is concerned, because sometimes they are not getting the payment timely. Some there is a other issue also, how to market their product. So, this number I think it is very reasonable number. So, I do not foresee any much slippage in the MSME sector also.
Okay, so on that note, we let you go. Thanks, Mr. Goel, for making time and speaking with ET Now. Look at